this meeting has progressed from having it in the library at the district office where a few people came down to this. And every year it expands even more. And I just have to say, I just want to make a special thank you to CEC11 and pt3 in particular, because two things I want to mention. One, she's talking about, and I believe data sources from not just internally from the Department of Ed for which I work, but nationally. And we don't just want our kids to compete with each other in this country, but we're in a global economy. You heard me talk about this before. We need to be able to compete internationally. But we haven't even spoken about the details of what we're going to present today, and we're on the same page. So I just wanted to, we're all aligned about this district and the mission. I also want to thank you, Petra, because again, going back to the devastation that happened last week. So last week I was at work on Monday, and the storm was getting bad, and of course the Monday into Tuesday night was horrific. But I decided on Tuesday that I was going to tour the district to see all of our schools and what the status of our schools are, and the communities, and talk to people in the communities, and I did go out. But I have to tell you this. I spoke to Petra to make sure she's okay, to see whether she's heard and what have you. And she heard that I was going around the tour of school. She goes, come get me, I'm going to come too. That's who she is. That's the commitment level she has. Along with a principal who represented the principals who came with me too. And the three of us, we went around talking to people, seeing what's going on, speaking to custodial staff, people in the community, looking at City Isle, everywhere. We went around the district just to make sure that we knew what the status of the district was for our students. So I just, for your commitment, I just want to thank you for giving us this trust. And again, no one gets paid to do this, except for Mary and Etienne. No one here.
Give us a bill.
This is voluntary work. These people have committed themselves to our children in District 11. And I just want to say thank you to you all. And many of them don't just participate on the CEC district level, but they do it at their own school level and at their community level. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Because again, it's not just one of us, it's going to take all of us to move this agenda along. You know, I think about things sometimes, and I think the bigger picture. There are forces out there that like people to stay where they are in their place. Our place is the same place as everyone else, and that's all I'm going to say on that. Our place is the table, everyone else, and our students. And for me, this is I can't believe it, but this is my 6th year in this position. And each year our students do perform better and better, and the scores go up, but it's never good enough for me because I think they can do even more. And we have a lot of work to do. One of the good things, I think it's good, I don't know about what everyone else thinks, is that standards have been raised. Because I know in the last 10, 15 years they've been lowered, and it's ridiculous. We need to go back to where we were in terms of what our expectations are. And that's at the national level, state level, the city level for sure. And we also need to do that at our local community and parent level. For far too long we've let things go, let things slide. It's time to stop. It's time to stop. And we can only do that by holding ourselves accountable. You know, our schools need to do better. We need to remember why we're there. We're not there for a check. We're there to help our kids. Parents are there to help their children, moms and dads. And students need to feel a level of accountability as well. And we all need to work together to make sure that everyone is doing what they need to do for children. It's sobering, the stats that Petra was just reading, because for the decline, if you will, to happen at such a young age, 9 months, you're already behind? That's crazy. But it speaks to and I think Ron Hartridge talked about people parenting and what that involves. We used to have, you know, a generation that came before us to help us, to teach us to do that. And somehow we've got fragmented within family and community groups. And we need to solidify that again. I don't know if you agree with that, but I do. There's some missing pieces here, and we need to bring that back together. Because for it to start so young, that's way before anyone even comes near a schoolhouse, right? Way before. So what I'm here to do is, and I'm here as the head teacher of the district. That's why I will never surrender that title. I am a teacher. And Petra has said it before. She likes me to set this up as if you're the class, right? So like last time when I was here, we worked on Common Core standards because that's what our students have to engage in now. And for this year, this spring will be the first iteration of the tests, the state assessments that are aligned with the standards. Now, whatever you believe about tests, we test too much, we don't test enough. The test is a great equalizer. I don't know, there are very few industries or professions where you can get to that position without taking one, right?
Right.
So the question is, like for example, we have specialized high schools and we talk about, well, how come Black and Latino children are not entered at the same rate as everyone else? My question is, how come they're not prepared to enter at the same rate? So we need to work on preparation, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's start here because all of you represent a very important part of our constituency base, and that's our parents. So let me start off as a teacher would. I'm going to give you a question, which is really like a do now, if you will. And teachers, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.